Last week, we got into the discount trap, why price cuts alone don't build loyalty, and why prepaid maintenance works as a tether instead of a one-time transaction. If you missed it, go back and listen. Today, we're closing out the series by pulling it all together. Over the last 7 weeks, we've covered why customers return, why they leave, how they communicate, and where the biggest blind spots are. Today, we're answering one question. What do high retention dealerships actually do differently from everyone else? This is episode 8, the Retention Playbook. Welcome to Retention Roadmap, navigating service success for new car dealerships. I'm your host, Bill Springer. Today's podcast is sponsored by DriveSure. DriveSure helps new car dealerships remain the go-to provider for maintenance, tires, and repairs. For information on how DriveSure can help your dealership, go to drivesure.com/dealership solutions. Across all three of our studies in 2020, 2023, and now 2026, the same three factors have driven where customers choose to service their vehicle: quality of work, price, and quality of customer service. And on the defection side, it's just as consistent. A bad experience at the dealership at 50%, a lower price elsewhere at 44%, and limited appointment availability at 26%. High retention dealerships aren't winning by discovering some secret fourth factor. They're winning by consistently executing on the same three things everyone already knows matter, while their competitors treat one or two of them as optional. Here's the uncomfortable part. Even among customers who call themselves extremely loyal, the ones who say almost nothing would make them leave, 45% would still walk over a bad experience. And for every other loyalty tier, price actually overtakes bad experience as the number one reason to leave. Loyalty isn't a status you earn once and keep. It's not a finish line. It has to be re-earned at every visit for every customer, regardless of how long they've been coming to you. So what does it look like when a dealership gets this right? Among service customers with active DriveSure renewable benefits, 91% describe themselves as mostly or extremely loyal, and 49% say they're extremely loyal. Those dealerships see a 67% average 12-month retention rate. And on tires specifically, where dealerships nationally only capture about 11% of replacement tire sales, DriveSure dealerships capture 33%. Now, that's not a fluke. It's the result of stacking the same reinforcing habits on top of each other, visit after visit, which is exactly what we're breaking down next. Everything we've covered this season can look like a list of separate initiatives. Sell more prepaid maintenance, do video inspections, promote your amenities, fix your mobile service awareness gap. But the dealerships getting the retention numbers we just described aren't running these as separate initiatives. They're running them as one flywheel, where each piece makes the next one easier. A prepaid maintenance package creates the recurring visit. That visit is the moment a video inspection can build trust, and we know trust jumps from 41% to 66% once a customer has actually seen one. That trust makes the customer more receptive to hearing about amenities like road hazard tire protection and roadside assistance, the two highest valued amenities in this year's survey. And those amenities physically route the customer back to you, whether it's a tire repair or a tow within 25 miles, closing the loop and starting the cycle over again. Compare that to a dealership running these as one-off efforts. A discount here, a mailer there, an inspection when someone happens to ask for one. Each piece works a little, but none of it compounds. That's the entire difference between a dealership with a 41% retention rate and one with 86%. So what do you actually do with this? Well, here are 3 things you can act on right now. Action step number 1 is audit your own awareness gap. Nearly half of customers, 48%, say they'd use mobile service if it were offered, but 60% don't know whether their dealership offers it, and only 4% said yes, they were aware that their dealership offers it. That same gap shows up with amenities like road hazard tire protection and powertrain warranties, highly valued and consistently underpromoted. Before you launch a new offering, check whether you're already sitting on one customers know about. Awareness is usually the cheaper fix, and it's the one dealerships most skip. Action step number 2, build recurring touch points, not one-off transactions. Customers who buy only an oil change come back 41% of the time. Customers on a prepaid maintenance plan come back 86% of the time. Layer in a windshield sticker or reminder, since over 40% of customers still rely on one to know when to return, and you've built a system that brings them back without having to sell them each time. The goal isn't one great visit. It's a structure that makes the next visit close to automatic. Action step number 3, protect your most loyal customers as hard as you chase new ones. Remember, 45% of your extremely loyal customers would still leave over a bad experience. That's your safest revenue in the building, and it's still not guaranteed. Don't let your best customers become an afterthought because you assume they're locked in. The flywheel only keeps spinning if every visit, including the ones from your most loyal customers, hold up. That brings us to the end of this series. We've covered why customers choose a dealership, why they leave, how they want to be communicated with, and where the biggest blind spots are: mobile service, video inspections, and tires. What separates high retention dealerships from everyone else isn't a single tactic. It's treating all of it as one connected system instead of a list of separate projects. If you want the full breakdown behind everything we've covered this season, download the complete 2026 Dealership Service Retention Report at driveshare.com/retention report. Thanks for spending the last 8 episodes with us on Retention Roadmap. We'll be back soon with more insights and more ways to help you turn your service drive into your strongest retention tool. Until then, take care of your customers and they'll keep taking care of you. You've been listening to Retention Roadmap, navigating service success for new car dealerships. Subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.